Hello, it's currently Sunday, November 29th. I'm about to end Thanksgiving break. I'm sure a lot of people, especially for Thanksgiving break, always plan to get ahead for finals or do catching up, and then it usually doesn't happen. It didn't happen for me during break, but I did spend Friday, yesterday, and today doing all the work that I intended to do earlier this week, so at least it's getting done. This is my last full week of classes, and I decided
I want to vlog.
I think it'd be interesting for me to look back in the future when hopefully things are back to normal, and just to see what life was like and what my schedule was like during this COVID school life time. This is my bullet journal that I have not used that much since COVID, really, but I used it most of this semester. This was kind of my layout. I just would write out a one-page master to-do list and then the days of the week just in case I had an event, but mostly everything fell on the to-do list. I just have this final page. Tonight is really what's gonna set up this week for me, because if I'm able to get all the stuff I want to get done today, then that'll just make this week that much easier and that much less stressful. Is that right? Hello. I definitely think I'm a morning person. I think I work a lot better in the morning and I'm more focused and I have the most energy at the start of my day. Working out in the morning really helps to just kick off the day in a productive way. So I'm gonna leave to go to campus. I have about an hour rehearsal for piano ensemble, which is basically piano lessons but with another person, a duet, hence ensemble. This Friday we have our final recordings due for our pieces that we've been learning. We have a virtual premiere of recordings that's gonna take the place of any performance that we would have had if COVID wasn't a thing. Because I have so many recordings due this week, I'll probably be wearing this a lot. We did not get a good take, but that's okay because we still have Wednesday. I have class in a couple minutes, so I'm gonna join on Zoom while I drive home and it'll be a good time. Okay, so I think where I last left off was me leaving campus. I got on to Zoom for class. Right after class, I had work, went to work, came home, ate dinner with my parents. Now I'm getting the grind in. I just finished writing out everything that I need to get done and everything I got going on, and I thought I would share with you just so there's a game plan. It really helps to write it down. I do use a bullet journal that I showed last night when I was doing homework, and I thought I'd just write it on my iPad. I thought I'd start out by giving you a rundown of what a week of classes looks like for me. This semester I'm taking 17 units, all of which are music related classes, and a couple of them are specialized music education classes. If you complete all the classes, it aids you in getting your teaching credential. And I'm glad to have gotten almost all of my GE classes done. I do have, I think, like 3 GEs I need to take that are upper division, but I'm gonna worry about those in the summer because I already got enough on my plate. But anyways, let's jump into these classes already. So I'm in a class called Western Music History that is asynchronous, which means we don't meet on Zoom. There is an allotted time for the course, but we never use that time. And instead he just gives us the work and then we complete it by Sunday. So it's a pretty normal online class structure. So instead, during that time, I have piano ensemble rehearsal. Me and another person play piano together. That's what I went to this morning. And we are required to meet at least 1 hour every week for that class. After piano ensemble, I have form and analysis, which is a synchronous online class, which means that we meet on Zoom, we lecture, we take notes, we do homework, turn it in, it's a good time. Usually Monday and Wednesdays, that's all I have for classes, and then I usually work. Now moving on to Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is the bulk of my music education classes. I have teaching brass instruments, which is where we all learn how to play I think we've learned 4 brass instruments throughout the semester. In the case that we ever have to teach a band and have to teach a kid how to play a brass instrument. Now I know. That brass class is a hybrid class. It is mostly online, but there were a couple of times throughout the semester where we got to meet together and play in person outside, socially distant. Half of us went on Tuesday and the other half went on Thursday. For the music education classes, there aren't a lot of kids in each class, so splitting it up made it even more safe. There were probably like 6 of us at a time. There's a bunch of cleaning supplies so that we can wipe down our chairs, our music stands, anything we use while we're on campus to keep it nice and clean. And we only played the instruments when we were outside and all that jazz. No pun intended. Anyways, after brass instruments, I have Foundations of Music Education, which is a fully online class. Most of the kids that were in brass were also in Foundations of Music Education, so we would usually just find a place to sit in the courtyard and we would all attend Zoom all together, but on our own devices. Because right after that class is Basic Conducting, which is the other hybrid class. And if you were taking both conducting and brass, you were in the same group. You either went Tuesday for both classes or you went Thursday for both classes. Does that make sense? I don't know. Midway through the semester, the rest of our conducting meetings in person, all of us went both days, but it's still a small enough class where it was very safe. With conducting, it's really hard to just conduct like 3 people because we can't sing indoors. It's against the rules and the regulations for COVID and stuff. And not enough people played non-wind instruments, so it was just easier to conduct more hummers. My next class on Tuesdays and Thursdays is choir, which is a fully online class. We did meet 2 times this semester where we got to sing socially distant and with masks. It's kind of like meeting celebrities when I saw everyone in person. A lot of them have known each other just from being in the music department together, but for me, I hadn't seen these people except through a screen, so when I saw them in person, it really felt like seeing a celebrity. It was so weird. Then after choir, I usually either have our piano ensemble coaching or my individual piano lesson. And those were both in person, which was really cool. Music is just so frustrating to do online sometimes, and even though I really have been enjoying online school and staying home and stuff, it is really nice to be able to interact with other humans. And then the final class that I have, it's not really a class, but it is a requirement of all piano majors, and it's called Piano Studio. So on Thursday nights, all of the piano majors get together and we play for each other, critique each other, and it's like our little club. It's so much fun. So that's my course layout. I don't know. Then I highlighted everything that is going to be in person this week. Then I added in all of my other extra stuff. So the times I have work, I do teach piano lessons throughout the week. Then I started adding in all of my assignments for the week. And I started with the ones that are not finals related. For brass, I have to redo something from the last quiz because I didn't do it, and my professor emailed me over break and told me that he wants me to complete the quiz. I have to get the instrument back from the school because I returned it because I thought it was done, and turns out I have to record one more thing for that instrument, so I have to get it back from school. Now let's move into everything that is related to finals. I technically only have 2 actual final tests that are timed. The rest are all like projects or essays that you have to turn in by a certain due date, and that's our final. If you don't know what a jury is, it's basically for music majors where we play for judges and then they decide whether we're ready to move on or if we need to be kept at the level we're at. In place of having a jury where we would usually play, you know, live like a performance, we actually are just going to be uploading recordings of us playing. Honestly, I'm not complaining that we don't have to play live. Finally, I crossed out everything that's already done. I got some assignments that were due today done last night so that I could work on other stuff, and then I also finished everything that's due for Western music history, so I'm completely done with that class, which is great. But yeah, so that's everything I have going on. I'm excited to bring you along the journey with me. Okay, so the game plan tonight is I want to probably just practice because I want to try and get my jury recordings done sooner than later. So we're gonna practice and we're gonna practice. I just finished up my classes, and in conducting we were just going over what's going to be on the final. So we have a written portion and then an actual conducting portion, and I wrote out a whole final exam review, pulled out all the PDFs that I might need to study. I also found out in one of my other classes that I have a couple other assignments that I do, one this Friday and one next Thursday, so I added that into my little schedule. Now I'm gonna work on some piano stuff before I have choir. After coaching and all my stuff today, I have a pretty good block of time tonight to work on stuff, so I'm gonna try and figure out what is most urgent and what I should be working on tonight. Hello, I just got out of piano ensemble coaching and it's really cold. I'm in my concert attire because we're recording. We got a good take, but I think we can do better. So we're gonna try again tomorrow. Spotify Wrapped came out and I was trying to find my Spotify Wrapped from 2018 because I have 2017 and 2019, and I don't think I ever did 2018 because I wanted to see like how it's changed. Spent a good amount of time finding that. I think I'm gonna try and get some recordings done tonight, maybe for my jury, or at least practice some more. And my parents are gone right now, so I think it'd be a good time to try and do some recording. I spent all of last night doing recording and practicing and stuff like that. I'm probably gonna do the same thing today. My goal for today is to try and get the rest of my piano recordings done. I think I have 1 out of 3 songs that I'm set that I'm going to submit. So I have 2 more recordings to do. I'm thinking about staying on campus today after piano ensemble and then just reserving a practice room and staying in there until I have to leave for work. But I have some time before I have to leave, so I think I'm gonna warm up on my keyboard, run through some specific sections, since today is kind of the last day that my piano ensemble partner and I are going to be meeting. Just finished up on campus. I was able to get most stuff done. We were able to get our recording for piano ensemble, so that's all done. Probably submit that tonight. That is due actually tomorrow, but it's all done. I chilled out in a practice room, went to class on Zoom. Then I was able to get my recordings for my low brass quiz that's due Friday, but I wasn't able to get my trombone back. I sent an email to our music equipment guy, but I'm guessing he didn't see it. And honestly, I was too nervous to ask about it. And I already turned it in and they probably like already sanitized it. It was already accounted for, so I feel like it's just such a hassle for me to get it back. I'm just gonna take the L on that one and probably do the extra credit that they're offering on the final. But right now I'm headed to work, and then more recordings, more music, more stuff to do. But we keep pushing, we keep pushing. I'm eating an RX bar. My goals for tonight: record my 2 other piano pieces and prepare for conducting tomorrow. And we're gonna get her done! Alright, let's do it! I'm noticing that this little vlog is just becoming a compilation of me going places or going to class and then coming home and playing piano and recording. But honestly, that's pretty much my life. And obviously there's an extra amount of recordings because the semester is winding down. A lot of the assignments I've had this semester has to do with the recordings because that's the best way to grade music when you can't hear it live. Sorry if it's boring, but that's my life right now. And that's what my life has been for this semester. So it's real. Good morning. It's Thursday. I was able to record last night my last piece, but I'm not quite satisfied with the recording. I was way too tired after recording to prepare for conducting today, so I woke up at my normal time and I didn't work out, and instead I'm going to use this time to prepare for that class. So I have to learn the parts and go over the parts that I have to play while my peers are conducting, and then I also have to practice conducting it myself. So yes, we're gonna do that. I'm feeling like I'm getting a little burnt out from recording stuff. I've recorded piano Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then I also recorded brass yesterday, and then I also recorded piano ensemble stuff 3 days this week. So I'm just tired and I want to do like actual assignments. But yeah, okay, so we're gonna do conducting stuff until I have class in a little bit. Headed to campus. I changed into Christmas attire. It's the last day of classes before Christmas break, so I wanted to look festive. And I'm just wearing like almost the exact same thing as yesterday with a different Spirit jersey. I'm so tired. I have like a slight headache, and I want to say it's from lack of sleep, but also I haven't really slept any less than I usually do. I'm a little bummed that I'm not like completely satisfied with my piano recordings, but honestly, I don't think I'll ever be completely satisfied with them. There's always going to be like something about every take. That's just the truth. And thinking about if we had like an in-person jury where it was all regular and it was like an actual performance, you only get 1 shot to play your piece and then that's what they judge you off of. Since we are allowed to do recordings and do separate recordings, like each piece in a separate recording, we can really do as many as we want and submit the best one. So I feel like the expectations will also be higher. But then also I'm trying to cut myself some slack because I haven't played a jury in a whole year, which is weird to think about. But here we are. These are just my thoughts while I wait at this stoplight. But I'm headed to class, and then after I have a lesson to teach when I get back home, and then I have choir, my lesson, studio recital tonight. So I'm tired, but we still got a full day, and I'm ready for it to be tomorrow. Honestly, I'm so tired. I just got out of choir, and right now I'm just editing together my low brass quiz so I can get that uploaded. Then I have to decide whether I'm going to stick with these recordings or try and record more tonight or maybe tomorrow for my jury, but I don't know. I'm just have my lesson and have studio and then see where I feel and where the night takes us. last time I have to wear this shirt this week. I just finished attending the piano studio recital. Okay, I switched to my phone because my camera was dying, but I just finished writing out the rest of the things I need to do before the weekend ends. So I have a couple more assignments that are due not till late next week, but I want to try and get them out of the way. That way after I finish my last final on Tuesday, I'll be free and I don't have to worry about anything. So my big thing today is to record and finish up everything I have for brass. I'm planning to meet up with my cousin Ariel later because we're going to film my final, which is I'm going to teach her how to play. So that'll be quite interesting. We always are so goofy when we're together, so I'm excited to see how that goes. But I also need to film some extra credit just in case, because I think last time I checked I had like a C, low B. It shouldn't be too hard for me to bump it up just a couple points, because why not? We're in the final stretch, but it also feels like I have so much stuff to do still. I am positive that I will be able to complete it all, and I'm very proud of everything I've been able to accomplish this week so far. I feel so much better than I did yesterday. Last night I knocked out at like 9 and I just felt so terrible, and I know I needed some sleep, so instead of doing some work last night, I really just listened to my body, went to sleep early, slept as long as I needed to, didn't set an alarm, and I just felt so much better this morning, and I was able to work out. Now I'm feeling good about the rest of the day and the rest of the weekend. So let's get some work done! Yeah! I guess this is just my go-to outfit. White hoodie with a shirt over it, but it's winter time. So I'm headed to my cousin's house, and for my brass final, I have to do 2 10-minute lessons on 2 different brass instruments. One that's a low brass, so for low brass I'm doing baritone, and for high brass, oh, you can't even see me. For high brass, I'm doing, ew, that's so ugly. For high brass, I'm doing French horn. I'm curious to see how it'll go, because it took me so long to be able to make a sound on the instrument, so I don't know, it's gonna be a fun time. We are making some good progress. I feel great. And I'm ready to teach Ariel how to play these brass instruments. You lost me on that last chord, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep going. You almost got it though. I just worked out, and pretty much this weekend is just gonna be me doing a bunch of work. Nothing really interesting. I have work today and tomorrow as well, and if I can get everything done today, that'd be great. But if not, I also have tomorrow morning to work on stuff, and then we'll skip to Monday and Tuesday when I have my finals and I'm finally free. Yee! I forgot to film this earlier. I fell asleep and took a nap, but I'm done. That's it. That's a wrap. I finished my semester and I'm very thankful. And now It's winter break. Yay! That's it.